And so I've kind of came to this point in my life where, excuse my my words here, but I actually don't really give a shit anymore about what anyone thinks at this point. And I was thinking about that as it pertains to sales, because like as some of these people were saying stuff to us, like, man, you really guys need to calm down, and you guys are crazy. It's like, okay, we're just good actors, okay? But I was thinking about this as it pertains to sales and as it pertains to our businesses here. And I look through, we've been doing this for 4.5 years in this group. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we get on these live streams, and I help coach you guys and mentor you guys at least the best that I can, the best that I know how to learn this new skill set. But number two, how to start building a different mindset around making money and creating income streams for yourself and for your families. And that's not always the easiest thing to do for everyone. Sometimes it takes longer to click for some people than it does for others. Sometimes it doesn't click for some people. Sometimes you get people in this group that they've been in here you see them on these live streams week in and week out, and for whatever reason, they never turn the corner. And that doesn't necessarily mean that the skill that they've taught them, or we've taught them, or taught you guys isn't lucrative. It just means for whatever reason, there's a mental block somewhere that's stopping them, hindering them from getting to the next level. And so as I've kind of I feel like I've kind of turned the leaf of, always kind of didn't care that much, but I did. Like I used to read all the comments of what people would write about me online and things like that. And it kind of bothered me. And now I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just age. Maybe it's just getting battered online and just dealing with stuff over time that you just kind of at some point get callous to it. And I was thinking about my early years in the car business, where you would get really battered by customers but you took so many opportunities, you had so many reps that at a certain point it didn't bother you anymore. You just didn't care any longer. And then I was thinking about this instance this weekend where we kind of got not battered, but we have people kind of coming at us like trying to tell us what, basically hey, you need to chill out, or you need to slow down, or you need to do that, right? And I was laughing when they were telling me this. I'm like, dude, I love it. I love the fact that that's what they're saying, because I don't care. And I think that's a really good place to be in business, which is why I thought I'd bring you this word today. The only reason you don't get out there and make more offers to business owners is because you care what they think more than you care about your bank account. I know that sounds funny, but you actually care about the rejection, and you're thinking about the rejection or the pushback that you may get. You may not get it either, but you care more about how that makes you feel than being free, right? And having this complete freedom. And I'm telling you, you have to get to a place in any business, I don't care what you're doing, where you stop caring what anyone thinks. You stop caring what they say to you. Now, let me make sure I'm explaining this correctly. You don't stop caring and taking care of people. That's not what I'm saying. You don't stop serving your customers at the highest level, making sure that they're dialed in, making sure that you're bending over backwards, making sure your customer support is at the highest level. That is not what I mean. In fact, we're the exact opposite on that. We care so much about that's why people that bought this program 4.5 years ago are still on these live streams 4 years later, and I never promised it to them, right? So that's not the caring less I want. I need more of that caring, because that goes a long, long way, let me tell you, okay? But I want to talk about the people that aren't your customers yet, okay? And why we shouldn't be caring what these idiots think, okay? And yeah, they're idiots until they're my customers, and once they're my customers, they're not idiots any longer. Because if this person is controlling my mind and I don't even know them, then I care so much about what other people think about me that it's going to control my whole entire life. Every move that I make. Can I jet off to San Francisco on a Sunday afternoon on a whim and not worry about that I have to be at work at 8 a.m. because I don't work anymore. Right? I don't work for anyone anymore. So I can do that, right? So that those small little things that you can see that we do, right, are things that I don't have the chains of control on me any longer. So for so many of us, we still have those chains attached to us by way of a job or a career or whatever. And I know many of us, not all, but many of us want to break out of those chains. But again, we care so much about what is going to be said to us, how they're going to say it. Are they going to reject us? Are they going to tell us no? Are they going to say we don't like this? Whatever it is, We care more about that than breaking out of our chains. And so I just thought it was a good word. Doesn't need to go on for hours and hours and hours today, but I think it's a good word for you guys to start checking yourself before you wreck yourself, checking yourself to see if you're falling into this. And listen, I just want you to be self-aware of it. I'm not saying that this live stream is going to stop you from caring what these business owners or these potential customers think of you, because I still think it's going to take some mental work on it. But I think if you can become aware of it, that this is something that's holding you back, and this is something that is hindering you from breaking out of the chains of what you ultimately want to break out of, and you really think about that and think about it on a macro level instead of just the one, maybe the one conversation you might have that doesn't go perfectly planned, or you get told no, or whatever that might be, right? I think it's so important that you start becoming aware of this and focusing on it, right? Well, we talk about this all the time. What you focus on tends to grow, right? If we can focus on caring less about what people that have no impact on our life yet think about us, say about us, question us, whatever, right? Who cares about them? Like, seriously, who cares? Yet they control your life because they got your money, right? But you won't talk to them because you care too much about what you may say wrong or what they may say back to you. Like, seriously, earmuffs any kids, but who gives a fuck? Seriously, who cares if they tell you no? Who cares if they kick you out? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? You have to start caring less if you want to be a successful entrepreneur. You have to be willing to put yourself out there a little bit. I know it's not always comfortable. I know for some of us watching this, it's not our personality type. Is your personality type to work for someone for the rest of your life? Show up at 8 a.m., go home at 5, get a gold watch after 30 years and retire with no money? That's not a personality type either. That's called prison. We talked about this before. So that's my word today. Care less, make more. Stop caring so much about what everyone thinks about you, says about you. If it's controlling your life, it's controlling your income, it's controlling how you feed your kids, the places you get to go see around this world on the short amount of time we're on this earth, stop caring so much. Care about your customers, though. Care about what they're saying. Care about taking care of them. Care about serving them. Okay, but care less about the people that aren't your customers that have your money, and be so worried that you don't do anything, okay?